So overall, again, even if the one introduction you got like quote unquote stuck with wasn't the one for you, hopefully these will be useful to you. I'm going to require that you do use them for anytime we do a multi-paragraph essay. I don't care which one you use though, so I'm not going to like force you to use a certain one. I would, however, encourage you to try to use different ones so that way, because even though you think you like the one you did for the practice, you might like another one even better. So again, play around, experiment. It's not going to hurt to try something new. In fact, that might reward you guys point wise if you guys try to do different ones, just so that you're experimenting. Today we are going to be doing the quiz on episode 4. I sent you guys multiple reminders about it. Again, if you're not able to listen to it on Apple Podcasts, I did say in the remind message that you could listen to it on Canvas. All the episodes are uploaded to there. If you go to the 1101 podcast page, it's basically if you go to modules, resources, it'll say the 1101 podcast. It has a link to my Apple Podcast page as well as the individual episodes if Apple Podcasts isn't working. You are not going to have time to listen to it and take the quiz. You should have already listened to it before coming into class, not during class. That's kind of the whole point of it, is that you listen to it before you show up. I know it was longer, but that's why I gave you guys multiple warnings, multiple days to listen to it. So that's what we're going to be doing right now. We're going to be taking the quiz. Okay, so there is an access code. The access code is TacoCat, which, by the way, a fancy word if you did it. What's that?
Spelled backwards is TacoCat.
Well, but do you know what that word's called?
Oh,
There's an actual word for it. Palindrome. So a palindrome is a word just like race car is a palindrome as well. And if you spell it forward and backwards, it's the same. Random fact.
We learned the same thing with numbers.
What's that?
We learned the same thing with numbers.
Oh,
You
okay.
add a number.
I was like, numbers spelled backwards. It's not numbers. I know, I think you're really confused.
No,
Numbers.
not spelled. Like whenever you're adding them.
Gotcha.
Like a reverse number.
It's a thing, yeah. And it's all lowercase too for TacoCat.
Did you really speak to that guy?
Huh?
On podcast, did you really speak to him?
Yeah.
That's interesting. I heard that I could say, and I was like, what the?
Yeah, no, I talked to him last fall. I emailed him and
You're like it.
yeah, and I said, hey, I do a podcast for my high school. Would you be willing to come on and talk to me about your book week I teach in my class? And he's like, sure.
Last time I even heard of that was like, I'll take a shot.
Yeah. I know. I thought that was hilarious. I didn't even know that he was. I didn't know that until I interviewed him. Honestly, I mean, I did looked him up a little bit before I interviewed him and stuff. But it's like until I did that, I had no idea that he was the guy responsible for Spy vs. Spy.
That should be.
Yeah. Bless you.
It would have been cool if you actually did write, participate in Archie.
What's that? I know.
I'm so starstruck. Years of finishing
It hasn't been 15 minutes yet, and they're being really strict about that right now, so. What time did it start? Wednesday. I guess it's technically just been 15 minutes, so. Are you done with this, or? Okay, go ahead. Okay, while you guys are finishing your other stuff, I have a real quick yearbook emergency, which unfortunately I have to say quite a bit.
No, he wasn't here. So I'm sitting around.
I guess all of you. It was like 7.
Dude, so you like got all of them right.
But I guess. Only when I got wrong was the door. I guess, Mr. Williams.
I was like trying right now on my phone.
I was lazy.
I literally got the reminder, so I just finally listened to it.
I looked at it, I said, thank you.
And then he sent out the reminder this morning, and I was gonna listen to it.
You said I said,
I downloaded the wrong one. Mine's probably It's look, VPN, guys.
Guys. I literally sent out like biology or something. I hate biology.
Because he has to
and now I got
It's my head.
it says 3 to 4 sentences, I only wrote one.
I have a freaking
Wait, I just like literally took one I did. Because I got the one where he was like illustrated those in the library, like for the library or whatever. And I just like wrote about that. I was like, I can do this because it's not a class about it. I don't even have books. He like added like, what do you
Do you see my line?
Yeah, like I literally was like talking about the same thing you said, but like
The question?
Because.
I know, I was like, I think it was interesting that you wrote a book and it was very good. And I was like, he always worked on other comments.
He's like, I can't
So
remember
like,
like
it
I
was
was
good.
listen to it. I like literally wrote. But. Sarah, are there viewers? Huh? Are there viewers?
That's true.
I literally said I found most interesting
Viewers?
illustrated library.
It's live.
Because in the comic, the book is actually a really good song that I wouldn't have.
Oh, it is live.
It's
live.
It's on.
You guys look filthy with the hair while I was out there.
But sir, it's on YouTube or not?
Yeah.
Okay,
It's live?
that's not like the red though.
Yeah.
It's live, I said?
Yeah.
Would you like to watch it?
I recorded it, I just do it because for like students who are absent or something, so they could see what we did in class.
Yeah.
I thought there's no
Dang.
They were like, oh, this is recording.
Did you not listen to it? Okay, possibly come in during tutorial, I could probably.
What's it called when you have guns?
just like.
Did that one person come back or no?
Was it Kayla?
No, she didn't. Okay, then she comes back again.
Yes, you were here.
Can I use the bathroom?
Oh my god. Hey, guys, I'm not doing this.
Miss?
Ma'am. I'm not doing the revolving door of people going to use the restroom, okay?
It's the morning, man.
It's just great.
Listen,
I just wanna go home.
You should really get a 5-star rating.
The break was
Oh,
at
remember
6
the
minutes.
sub?
The sub just should be only 5
There's a
stars.
long line.
yeah, that's
That is a very long.
Nah, it's 'cause it's like,
We got have teacher restrooms. We have student restrooms, and those are packed.
I mean, a lot of that unfortunately is self-inflicted. I kind of feel bad, kind of don't. Because, I mean, yeah, it's like stupid people doing stupid things, breaking crap, and
So like, I kind of don't care, but I kind of.
I mean, a little bit, you know, it's like, tell your friends to be less stupid. I don't know what to say, you know?
Mister, why can't I see your life? It's restricted for me.
I don't know.
If you use the school account, because if it is, it's gonna. So it's like.
How is it restricted?
But I put it on Canvas, so you don't even need to technically go to it. But yeah, you don't need to watch it live. You're living the dream right now.
Living the dream.
That's right.
I'd rather not.
Wow.
I'm gonna fail college, my college class.
You should probably do your work in there.
Damn, he said that you don't do your work.
Am I wrong?
I just put 2 piles, everything in one day.
You're
You're not wrong.
Long story.
I know they thought you were breakfast at church. It's like, it's
Dude, I accidentally submitted
Because there's a lot of work hours.
like my little album just went like I submitted. Oh, I accidentally type.
And, right?
Submitted it
It's like you have like
accidentally.
an obsession
And
with
I
the
didn't
material.
get to write on that.
I'm sorry, I'll need to repeat that.
You could have checked this.
I mean, yeah.
I did not know that.
The point is that you listen to it, so if you didn't listen to it the first time, you listen to it and do it as long as you get the information. I don't really care.
Oh, look at that little girl.
So you write a whole paragraph.
Oh yeah, my daughter made that.
Brett, they really thought
It's it's like a Japanese thing actually. It's
she's like that.
it was supposed to like prevent rain, which I told her is like we're in a drought, we want rain, but you know.
Wait, what's
In Japan, it rains a little bit more than it does here.
It does?
Oh yeah, I mean it's by the ocean, so like all the rain evaporates.
Your hair is in your eye.
Okay, guys, so we have about 3 minutes. Is everybody done? Is there anybody who's not done?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm just gonna move on then. Okay, oh, did not mean to do that.
We have 2 more minutes.
Yeah, but you guys are done, so,
What happened?
but you're done, so we're done. I asked you guys if you're done.
Who said yes?
A bunch of, who didn't say no? No one. So there you go.
I would like to.
No.
Okay, you didn't say anything. All right, anyways,
To be honest, I got it.
remember, I have to grade the written part of it, so if you got like an 8 or whatever out of 15, that's actually good. Because that's not, I haven't graded the written part yet.
So that means my score is gonna go.
Exactly, yeah. It's not actually graded yet, it won't like be a zero or anything, so, yeah. So, because the multiple choice part, the 4 questions were 8 points. The written part, the 3 to 4 sentences, that was 7 points. So, again, I have to go through and manually add the points for the written part. Okay, couple of things. Okay, today, again, we did the podcast quiz. We're doing the conclusion practice next, which is what's up there right now. We are going to be starting our performance test. We're not going to like start writing the actual essay today, but we are going to start collecting evidence and then writing our explanations for them. So we're going to start that. We won't finish it. So we're going to start it today. We're going to finish it Monday because on Friday, first of all, I am going to give you guys an outside day, pending rain, hailstorm, or anything, but the weather looks clear, so we should be good. But, no, on Friday. So on Friday is gonna be an outside day, but it's also gonna be a catch-up day. It's the last day of the grading period. I wanted to give us a chance to catch our breaths a little bit. And
You're lying.
I could be if you don't shut up. I mean, come on now. I tried to give you guys an opportunity, but. Okay. Anyways, I'm trying to be nice. Some people are trying to prevent me from that, but I'm trying to be nice and give you guys a day to get like any extra work. Now, obviously, you can't do like 3 brief writes in one period. So I would still start like work, especially if you're pretty behind. Work on stuff now, and then you could maybe get 1 or 2 extra assignments done on Friday in class. But I'm giving you guys that time to get caught up, so that means there won't be any new assignments given on Friday. So that's, always a nice thing. The stuff that we're doing today probably will be entered in the grade. I can't guarantee it, but it probably will be entered into the grade book by Monday. So make sure you guys are staying on top of this stuff from today and obviously before, but after Friday though, I'm done with this grading period, okay? So all the late work that you guys have, again, 2/3 of the semester is done at this point. So that means that we only have 1/3 left to do. We'll basically have 2 weeks next, 2 more November weeks, then we'll have Thanksgiving break, and then we have I think 2 more weeks after that, or 2 or 3 more weeks, and then, yeah, so we're at the end of the semester, basically, we have 1/3 of the week, but it's gonna go by really quick as far as we have a holiday next week with Veterans Day, so there's really not a lot of time left, so get caught up this week, come into tutorial if you need to ask me questions tomorrow about your grade, or anything that you can do. Obviously, you guys are capable of checking PowerSchool. If you scroll through modules, at least if you're in, again, the non-stupid app, if you're in the web browser, there'll be little red circles with lines next to assignments that you haven't done, that you haven't turned in. So double check, just scroll through your modules and say, oh, I haven't done this assignment or this assignment, I need to do them. So, but yeah.
Wait, is there school tomorrow?
Yes, there is school tomorrow.
It's next week.
Next Thursday,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So the 11th is Veterans Day. There's a little, no, over there. No, you left. We're almost there. There we are. Okay, so anyways, that's what we're gonna be doing Friday. So like I said, I just wanted to make sure that you guys know what you guys need to do. Obviously, I sent out a remind message for conferences because I will have conferences tomorrow morning too. So make sure you guys are checking the list that I sent out. What?
I never did one.
Okay, well, do one, I guess. Anyways, so let's go ahead and get in your groups of 4 or 5, and then figure out who's gonna do which conclusion, okay? Remember, conclusions are shorter, so they should be about only 3-4 sentences long.
Do we need to find an actual quote?
What?
Do we need to find an actual quote?
Yeah, you need to find an actual quote.
Yes.
How come?
Oh, no.
Worse than that.
Number 2 is study.
Are you in sports? What are you gonna do? Again? Have you started triathlon?
People are saying it already passed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, about
It's number 3. Number 1 and number 2. Number 1. What's I just don't know what.
He's looking at me.
Here, let me get you the. Wait, I don't think we can't say
What? No, don't make conclusions.
Okay, I was just saying, wait.
That, just as bad as having a. Again, I'm trying to teach you guys to not sound like everybody else. Have more of a distinct sound. Alright guys, I'm gonna be starting the timer. You guys should have already made a decision. There's only 5, not 500 to choose from, so. Okay, 15 minutes. Alright, so you guys should be writing your conclusions now. Again, look at the examples if you need to. You don't spend the entire 15 minutes looking at it, it's not gonna change. What?
There you
Oh, I appreciate that, thank you. Okay, get this done and then you can go. So for the question, again, you can look at the example, but it's basically as like 3 questions. If you'd written it, that's like you would answer it.
So for your, what was your intro?
Oh, let's make sure that's on top. That is married to, you take repeat those, and they're not like whole sentences or anything. Yeah, they're like no one or nothing.
All the way around to school.
So like, how would I even tell someone like, who I live here? It has to be like realistic, like regular.
Well, what could they do to help support like student athletes? Like, you can't help like, I challenge you to become a like.
Oh, they could like buy autographs?
Yeah, so yeah, maybe like they buy autographs on like this, or maybe they can buy from companies that are already supporting players. Yeah, unrealistic would be also like starting your own success too, like,
Oh, yeah.
and then sponsor players.
Okay. How do I even start? Like, what do I start with the question? I mean, with your.
Yeah, pull it.
He said blink. I know, like they're like, why don't you see me? How you doing? I was yeah, look at the slides.
How many sets is that?
No, it's like,
I would say 3 or 4 probably. Don't do it. It's very repetitive. I don't want everybody to sound the same. You're not robots. Come up with something more distinct, you know? That's why I taught you guys it, because I mean, everybody, like, even if like 5 people did challenge the reader, I would expect all the challenge the readers would probably look a little different. They could challenge them to do different things, you know?
It's a.
What if we did the conclusion with the intro?
Like the intro,
Like this?
that's fine.
You know cities in Mexico. Search your web. Search your. And it has its own flag. It's a city.
oh, wait, no.
That's not my profile photo. Yeah, I'm talking about the.
Multiple people are waiting. I want you to finish your conclusion paragraph.
Just go to the next.
Mario lo-fi music. I've never listened to Mario lo-fi music, but maybe I'll look it up for next class. Which one are you in?
Post question.
Yeah, because you should have like at least 2 or 3 questions, and then like follow up like, why does that not stay? Yeah.
Oh wow.
It sound bad, bro. You're just talking about.
I don't know.
Like I told them, hey, so
I'm connected to the
Like when you know, like when someone like.
not that, I forgot.
Like
Just give them.
Like when you say, like, I challenge you, like,
Technically, it was, they don't like serve things.
say like.
Yeah, like they didn't
They
have.
don't serve things like soda with ice. I mean, it'll be cold, but it won't be
Someone
like.
like, post that they made a screen and be like, oh, let me go buy this. Since like, you know.
I mean, I don't know, it's just not, it's just, it's very American dream.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. My wife actually went to Europe, not last year, but the year before.
Okay, so I just asked her, I'm like, I'm just like, I challenge you to like.
I think
buy.
the guy was.
Yeah, it'll be like this.
Actually, you like the
It gives the students some.
about, it was called history or and it was like about different beverages, and like how they like shaped human history in a way. And it's like, it's range from like, they talk about like, so they also talk about like tea, coffee, and soda, and they're like how it like changed the world in that way, which it did, because like, if you say, for example, like, tea shaped us in England, and other
It
lands.
says that I can
Yeah.
put it, I said, this law would make it
Because of like, it was such a like, sought after.
So
Hey guys, 6 minutes. You should have a complete conclusion done in 6 minutes. If not, get to work. Man.
Okay, so can I say like, after you, let's say I found you to like purchase an item from like, what if it was an organization?
Yeah, organization or company or business.
No. You got the clock.
Like an organization that like NCAA like athletes profit from?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. Oh, I thought you were gonna say that. Okay, where's yours? Where's your guys' conclusion? You already heard yours. Okay, where's yours? You guys are speaking around.
Chicken strip it.
Again, I would say
You're missing one side.
You're missing one.
again, look at the example and then.
No, you can take
Not bad.
Is that best? Elmo? Elmo?
I already do. Already knew
We're
that.
done.
Wait, did you say seafood? I said seafood.
You're already.
See, look, we can't hear you.
And which words did you repeat or phrases?
Where'd you get?
Did you like?
Where'd you get the chicken?
We missed your last year. Last year when you were on online school, we made the kids have your
I feel like it's a equity issue. I don't know. You know what equity is? Because I think it kind of helps people. I was like, oh, you were this.
I know you're always
I know.
gonna take the part of
So I think that's good. Now, did everybody participate? Probably not.
No, I didn't like all of them.
Well, did you
How do you
participate?
want all of them?
Wait, where?
Yeah.
You know where?
You didn't really- people were trying to participate. But I did make a pause and stuff to make sure that.
Oh, you did like, okay, yeah.
So, but I didn't.
Okay, now, wait, wait.
Well, some people didn't know their choice.
And I had it for you, but you just said so.
Okay, 3 minutes.
You drive all the way, so you're gonna drive all the way.
If you started it off with in conclusion, please God delete that phrase.
Oh my God, we don't want that. Sir.
No, we don't. Get rid of it. Don't let Just start off your sentences after that. So we're gonna use a in conclusion, blah, blah, blah. Just start off at blah, blah, blah.
What? He's just mad he don't look like. Cause you don't look like him.
I don't want to.
Okay, then keep your conversation.
I love that.
Okay, then keep your conversation. Paint it.
No, I just can't hear you. She's like, wow.
What are you babbling about? Were you talking about me?
No, that's like.
I do it.
Can you say to your face? Right in front of you too.
I know. I feel very disrespected.
Get rid of your pets.
I'm thinking about it.
Do it.
Oh, Dan.
Okay, let me see.
Why am I gonna care to stop? Nothing's bothering me. I just said okay.
Just so you just need to, now you need to like why it's important. Again, look at the example and see like, because there's a last sentence that explains like the so what of this, like who cares? Why should people care about this topic? Okay? You can't end it with a question, you need a final statement. What's up? Which one is it? Oh, it's in the future. Yes, no, it's good, because you tell what's gonna happen in the future if we don't make changes.
They're like for $3.
There's only-
For $3? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, no, they're just, yeah, we're getting our food trucks today, so I'm setting up the appointment. Yeah, so food is still going around. All right, guys, so time's up. So what you need to do now? No, it's a cardiac seminar today. We'll do another one. Probably, well, we might do one when we read Medea, but
Yeah, isn't that the snake
not
girl?
Medea, not Tyler Perry, spelled differently. Different Medea. Medea was M-E instead of M-A.
Don't want to do it ever again. It's so awesome.
It's only awkward if you make it awkward.
I made it very awkward.
Okay, well, it's just very hard. No, okay, what you guys are gonna do is again, like the introduction, share your conclusion, tell them how to be better, like, oh, this kind of sucks, maybe not, don't do that, but tell them how they can make it better. Also, just kind of like think about, oh, I really like the way that like Kayla did her conclusion. So I'm trying to compliment you. I know you're confused, but I like the way that she did her conclusion. So I definitely want to try to do that type of conclusion when I write my essay. So just take a look at them. Take about 5 minutes, and then we're gonna move on afterwards.
Okay, first off, stop coming on my feet. Really, I said if you look into the. Yes. Give me a.
He said something. You can give you ideas. Okay, what? Dude, I can't.
This part.
Oh, they used to be connected.
Ask about me and the Xbox thing.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, he said it.
We're sharing our own conclusion.
We are.
I feel like you're wrong.
I
Hey, I'm trying to
I feel like you're lying. We are.
You can't give me ideas.
It's bad.
Yes.
I kind of get it here.
I'm always supposed to give you ideas.
Oh, mine too. There you go.
It says if you look into the future, if you think for the same.
Which one was this one?
You ask if you want to live on it. I mean, it's students. Trying to survive on. It's so bad.
I'll be honest with you.
It's good.
Might have been science shadows.
So this close for me. Student, I'm. I really care either.
Tired? Just, any reason or just tired just because you're
No, I
tired?
didn't.
How would you do it?
Oh, it's
What's up? Pretty much, yeah. Okay, guys, you should start turning them in and then start heading back to your seats.
Why so long?
Okay, I'll do.
It's ages, Carl.
46, that's a whole hour. 56 minutes.
Oh my God. Oh no, they're here.
Mister, can I use the bathroom?
When someone just went, but when they come back, you can.
Wow, mister, I told you I wanted to go.
What?
How old is your daughter?
She's a freshman.
Did she get her nails done?
No, she's not into that. So I think she did makeup literally for the first time for Halloween, honestly. So.
Yeah.
Dude, that was me when I was younger. When I was younger, I didn't like nails, dresses. I still don't like dresses.
Yeah, she does actually. She just started coming at this year.
Does she like it?
She went to Canada before, so
Yeah. It's like singers like a bachelor.
it is, and I think like she's already started being. She was worried about not making credit. She's already.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, head to your seats. Thank you. Okay, so we are going to be moving on. So we are done with the podcast quiz, done with conclusion practice. Now we're going to be moving on to the performance task. And this is our first performance task. Don't freak out. Again, I'm going to give you guys time to do it. We're going to start collecting evidence tomorrow, or today, I mean, and then we'll finish that up on Monday. We'll probably start writing our introductions and stuff you'll have most of your body paragraphs done first. I actually, a lot of times, have you guys do your body paragraphs first and then do the introductions and conclusions afterwards. And here's why. When you start off with body paragraphs and you get that done, because sometimes when you write the introduction, you don't know what your paper is going to be about or what direction it's going to go. So sometimes it's actually better to write the middle part first and then do the introduction, because then you're oh, okay, this is what I talked about in my paper. This is what it's going to be about. So you don't have to, but I'm probably going to have you guys try it out doing it that way this first time. Yeah.
Can we use our body paragraphs? Not body paragraphs, the one that we did this whole unit.
Yeah, so I will get to that, because there are definitely some things that we've done that you'll be able to reuse or help you guys with it. Yeah, you can go now. Thank you for being patient. Patient-ish. Okay. So this is the writing prompt. This is what our performance test is going to be about. It probably is going to sound a little familiar to stuff that we've done. And obviously, like I said, I try not to give you guys busy work for the sake of doing busy work. I try to give you stuff that I feel is actually going to be useful in making you guys better writers, or stuff that's going to help you with future assignments. So the writing prompt is: after completing your readings of 7 Floors, Biafra, Harrison Bergeron, and Play, and Metamorphosis, you're going to now write an explanatory essay that explains how major life conflicts can lead to people to significantly transform. using the events of the short stories we've read as examples of these transformations. Obviously, we did a couple of brief writes that were pretty much identical to that topic. Which stories did we do?
The Anne of Clay,
Anne of Clay and somebody else? What was the other one? We didn't do brief write for something. We did talk about how we changed, so we did talk about it, but it wasn't a brief write. What was it? Harrison, we talked about tone, remember? We did do a brief write for it, but it was a different topic. That was about tone. What was the last thing we just read? Metamorphosis. Remember, it was about the family, but it's still characters in the story. It doesn't always have to be the protagonist. It has the most dramatic change. It could be side characters as well. So what we're going to do is, again, find 2 quotes per story. And when we do the essay, you're going to choose 4 of the 5 stories. But I'm going to have you find evidence still for all 5 stories, and here's why. Whenever you are writing papers, you should always find more evidence than what you think you need. So I want you to find, because what if you say like, oh, I'm just going to skip Anne of Clay. But what if you have you find really good evidence for Anne of Clay, and then you're like, I don't really have anything for 7th floor, so I'm just going to cut that one. So that's why I want you guys to find evidence for all 5 stories, even though you're only going to use 4 in the actual paper. But I want to make sure that we I'd rather have you have too much than too little. Okay? So you're going to find the quotes, and then you're also going to be writing your explanations or your reasoning about what they show about the character, how does it show that they transform? How does it specifically show? And then why is it important to the story or character? Okay, so just like a normal explanation. So this is the assignment that it's from. It has the essay prompt on there. It has directions. It has all of the short stories on here. I would suggest using the hard copies that you annotated because you already should have quotes in there showing how they change. That's why we did the annotations for like 7 floors Biafra, because we talked about how did their feelings change throughout the story. So again, it wasn't just busy work to make you guys annotate. It was because I knew you would be able to use it for your essays. If for some reason you don't have them anymore, you lost them, threw them away. Again, I told you guys to save them, but you guys don't always listen. But that's why I put this here, so you have a link to all of them. So you click, again, it's all right there, so you can just open up a PDF. But this one right here, this under resources, you're gonna click on that, and you're gonna click on make a copy. I'm not gonna actually make one because I already have a copy made, but this is what it's gonna look like. So you're gonna have your quotes with page numbers, author's last name in parentheses. You're gonna have your explanations. Now remember, when you write your evidence, you're going to be writing the quotes, but what are you going to have to do when you write the actual essay? What do you have to do to every quote? Explain. You have to introduce your quote. You don't have to do that here because you don't know exactly what you're going to say yet. But quotes for Metamorphosis, what's going to be different about your quotes? Too far. Are they direct quotes? What are they? Paraphrase, exactly. So, because you have to explain what's happening in the panel, because most of the time the quotes that they say in the panels aren't going to be super helpful to explain how they changed. Okay, so I do not expect you to finish, like I said, this all today. I expect you, hopefully, because we have about 40 minutes left, because you guys get out at 46 on Wednesdays. But you guys are gonna, I think you guys should be able to finish 3 of them. Remember, you did brief writes, right, for 2 of them that are identical. So Metamorphosis and Of Clay. You can use the same quotes. You can technically use the same explanations for the most part. I mean, as long as you think that the explanations are good. But most of the explanations I read were pretty good. So I was actually pretty happy with your guys' End of Clay brief writes. So I haven't finished grading. I haven't started grading the Metamorphosis final drafts yet. So obviously I haven't given you guys I haven't gone through the rubric on that. But anyways, what questions do you guys have for me? Anything that I can make more clear, more confusing, I could do that too.
First quote would be like the beginning, and the second quote would be like more towards the end, or
Exactly. So how are they at the beginning? How are they at the end? Exactly. And then I don't care what order you go in. You don't have to start up with the first story, 7 Floors and Biafra. If you want to start off with Bergeron and Clay and Metamorphosis or whatever variation, I don't care. But have 3 done today, okay? And then, I mean, if you finish early, you can keep continuing. You don't stop if you have like 20 minutes left, and you will have 3 done. But 3 should be done today. We'll finish the other 2 on Monday. So, yes.
When you're writing the story, do you have to provide some background into each story or no?
Yeah, I'll go over that when we start talking body paragraphs. Again, right now, I just want you to focus on this. I don't want you guys to get too far ahead, okay? Just focus on this, and then we'll, this is our first multi-paragraph essay, so we're gonna do the kind of baby steps with it. But, yeah, so, any other questions? Nathan, I'm looking at you.
Oh, okay.
Okay. No, all right, go ahead, you guys are good. 3 stories. What's up? Yeah. It works. Did you ever finish the thing I told you to finish earlier? You submitted it? Well, why didn't you submit it? I told you guys to submit it.
I think I did, yeah. A little bit. I know what it is.
Why would you wait for the long? Okay. You literally never had a control, not once. You never sent your remind message, not once. Okay, but you know how to run a tutorial. So, what stuff do you need help with? We don't have to talk about it, but do you understand what we're doing? Okay. If you are confused, let me know. Remind Sabrina, it's basically like text. Just go to the app and you send me a message. That's it. You can text, you can remind, okay? But like I said, you can come to, says the same thing, right here, you can come talk to me tomorrow, okay? About anything that we talk about. We're running out of time. What do you want?
So, okay, can I, do you have to focus on the main character so I can touch on the class?
Yes, so yeah, you can do it.
Okay, so let me do that.
You family or a specific family member for metamorphosis, either way.
This one doesn't have a title.
What's wrong? Did it just come on stage?
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh? Yeah, that's okay. As long as you don't, steal my steak over good. I actually had one of my yearbook students last year, no, I think it was 2 years ago, actually, before COVID. He had broke one of my staplers. I told him, okay, you gotta buy me a stapler. So he bought me this super nice stapler. Because he was doing, he was messing around and that's why he broke. It wasn't just, he was screwing around and broke. It was dude, go buy me a stapler. That's ridiculous.
I'm a little thirsty. My voice is good. So only like you understand how I'm saying. But you have like to understand what I'm saying, you know. I'm not. I'm not big.
This is my favorite example.
I don't know, I didn't ask this because like he's very good. So whatever we're supposed to be looking for, we're writing down.
So you're finding examples of how they change. So remember that a more specific focus on the family, how they change?
Yeah.
So again, you could use the same evidence and stuff from your brief, right? So
Try to put butter. Try to put butter.
Do we ever need this comment?
I mean, you technically don't, but I mean,
We want it.
yeah, basically.
I'll fix my phone.
There you go.
We see children.
Okay, so actually, I am gonna let Julian go first because he did ask me before you, and I just forgot, so that was my bad. So Julian, you can go.
Bro.
You just throw crap on the ground now.
Oh, nice. It's already November.
I know, it's crazy. I mean, that usually happens after Halloween, but you know, usually, not always, just that one year that was crazy, okay?
Halloween was yesterday.
Like last year, it skipped like December.
I mean, it felt like it the whole year was good last year. Last year, I think?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, when is it gonna get dark at 5?
Is it this month? This month? Yeah. Or like it's just.
I'm like so excited.
That's gonna feel scary.
It's gonna start for people who say it's gotta be home before dark.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, actually, this Sunday, right?
This Sunday is Halloween.
Yeah.
Sure. And the next Sunday is Thanksgiving.
When's Christmas?
3 weeks from now.
Thanksgiving break. It's on the 14th.
We have 2 weeks left.
For Christmas, man. Is it?
But then-
So we technically have.
New Year's
It's fine.
Wait, you come back on the.
Yeah, it's there. Twenty-sixth to the 25th, Thanksgiving break. I'm not 25th on that Friday.
Only have 3 days. I don't have a week.
No, it goes from Monday to Thursday, but I'm just gonna on Friday. I want to small Friday.
Michael Myers?
Oh, no.
Yes. Yes.
It's no.
Make that
And we're gonna break shorter, that's not gonna happen.
You guys are being a little chatty. Let's focus on what we're supposed to be doing, okay?
46. We got 20 minutes. Yeah. You can taste it.
So you have about 20 minutes left. I'm also just gonna put this out here too. We already gave one away, but we're,
Oh, yeah, I saw that.
yeah. So each one of those boxes contains all the stuff you see there, so.
What is that
Some
cup?
of this, huh?
No drink?
I mean, 2 $5 gift cards, so
Oh,
go get your own drink.
So wait,
oh, I didn't see that.
What other ones? do you know?
I know, right? I know.
Okay, I'll just get another gift card. I mean, I'm like.
I never went to
What was it?
Is that a K or a bar, right?
It'll work.
You're both really about to do that, I'm done. Everybody's doing the same thing. Nah, I'll keep it in mind.
I guess for me.
I'll go 5 points and then I'll. Nathan, you're never fine. What do you mean, okay, you want to take? You're never fine. Well, never, me either, okay. I mean. Okay.
Yeah, I think some of the stickers are different, so, but I don't know if they're the same in every one. I didn't open them all up. But.
Rad.
There's 2 rats.
Rind? Wait, does it say rindness and bad?
No, it says kindness is rat.
Oh.
I was about to say.
Rebel. What's that?
That's lame.
It's a princess.
I want to be a
Like,
Oh, we gotta
I
get
heard
you
the color.
And then the cups in there.
I'm not allowed to hear you talking.
2K22.
So they're on that little tiny box right here?
Uh-huh, that's on the box.
Like little tiny 15, 90, 90 box.
Why do they have a game name?
Just skip it.
What is that?
Yeah, for 2K22?
Oh, no.
More than 2? You got everyone on the
We have, yeah, so we did one for Halloween, one for Thanksgiving, Christmas.
Trade.
We're skipping January, we're gonna do Valentine's, and then, I don't know if we're gonna do like, St. Patrick's Day or Easter, maybe, probably Easter, right before spring break.
Did you wear those?
Yeah, so we got 5 boxes, so we're getting 11.
I've got 9. Oh, yeah. I'm literally about to make a new account. Just for this? Who's the charger in?
Charlie, what?
I
I have 3 students who run our group.
I'd like to see you guys try.
Sure.
I mean, I also follow to make sure that nothing crazy ever happens, but, you know. But they're also supposed to send me, report, like, what they're gonna post. Oh, yeah, they tried to, I know, I'm private, I'm not.
Wait a
I'm
minute.
not public.
I just did.
Wait,
I know, bro. I just like I wrote it all down.
Look at the bits.
Oh, good.
Okay, so 2 plus 7 is 9, so that's 9 out of
7 is 9. Okay, 10 more minutes. Again, you need to have your first 3 done.
Bless you.
At least 3.
Everyone at once.
At least 3. That's like. God, bro, which one was that?
I follow him.
Also, if I can have you guys scan this, pass it around. It's a survey for one of my yearbook students. It's for a page that she's working on. It's her trends page. Trends. It's like trendiness.
Okay.
Yeah, we're also going to be doing, just FYI too, we'll be doing, and it doesn't affect you guys as much, but senior superlatives. So if you guys do one like that's like most something like most likely to do this.
Like most likely.
So what we do is we come up with the categories. We usually like have people nominate like the seniors who they think fit the category. Once they nominate them, we choose like the top like 3 or 4 for each category, and then we have people vote on it. Yeah. I know, because a lot of people always assume like, oh, your book's just randomly picked. Like, no, we let everybody else decide like who does it, you know, because we don't want it to be like we're picking favorites or anything like that, you know. So.
You still waiting?
Yeah.
You know that orange survey you gave me? I never really turned that in.
Oh, why not?
I forgot about it. It's in my room.
Oh, I think that they are gonna start calling you guys because they need them back. So.
I'm down there when he gets coming.
What are you doing? Taylor, keep it moving.
You have to be this year.
Yeah, this year. This is this year's yearbook, not last year. You already did that one.
I'm a senior.
Well, I didn't say that they were good. But it says- Oh,
She typed out
They just want you to get your grades.
grade if teacher leaves late.
Grade.
I think it's just what grade you were in. Of course, you meant by that. Yeah, she could have done that. She could have phrased it a little bit better.
Grade if teacher leaves late.
Yeah, I think that's just your grade level.
Okay.
So just for you guys.
Artist of the year. Do we have to like?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who did you put?
I'm not saying everybody would just do it.
No way. Who's that? Is that Mexican?
No.
Yes.
Freddie Conway. Freddie, what did you put?
Wait, do we use our iPads?
What's up?
Do we use our iPads?
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Some of these questions are intense.
It's just we're trying to get a survey, like,
Okay,
of
song of
what
the
people
year,
think
which
are
one?
like the best, like, best album, best movie,
Oh,
stuff like that.
oh.
What's a
Are you
good
doing it already?
song?
Okay, I'll make
What's that?
Who should it be by?
Best answer.
Oh, cool.
No, not those.
These are stupid questions.
this.
This guy.
Okay, artist of the year. Wait, did you take it?
I did it. Again, mine's like all like 20 years too old, so you know.
This is intense.
What?
It's intense.
Intense? Why is it intense?
So many
I guess
stuff.
I can put like, but I don't know. Who's someone that a lot of people listen to?
We got.
Drake.
Oh,
I mean, he's like
yeah.
not necessarily artist of the year.
You really are
Good.
One song that's like the first one.
Okay.
I put my middle name or my first and
Who
last.
should be artist of the year?
No, I'm not thinking.
Let me see who's in my list.
You made it. I mean, it was a line, that's one.
Favorite album? Joji album.
I could put like,
Why is he Johnny?
okay, song of the year.
Expired.
Who didn't hear
I
about
don't
each
know.
other?
He plays
I
so
wouldn't
good,
watch
I
it.
never heard it on TV.
Never heard of the
No, I haven't heard that in a while.
Is there a movie? I thought it was a
Oh,
show.
Vanguard.
Is it a show?
The song of the year. Is
I
that
thought they were
like
making
song
like
that we
a show
listen
called
to or us? Or like,
show based on show.
Maybe.
wait, like the song that we listen to?
Movie of the year.
No, that like with the house.
Oh, okay, okay.
Oh, dang, here, shoot.
And if 10 million people like it, it must be good. That's Nazi Germany. They say it's not always a good thing if everybody.
Everybody liked it except for like 600 people.
There you go.
Like if you just said that like 10 million people and then you just sang that.
It's a new movie that came out.
And he was just like.
PlayStation and.